hours and 20 minutes. While adding time, the simple rule is to add hours with hours and minutes with minutes. By adding hours, we get 7 hours, and by adding minutes, we get 50 minutes. So adding 2 hours, 30 minutes to 5 hours, 20 minutes, we get 7 hours and 50 minutes. That is 7 hours and 50 minutes. Let's take another example. We have to add 5 hours, 10 minutes to 1 hour, 15 minutes. Adding hours, we get 6 hours. And adding minutes, we get 25 minutes. So our answer is 6 hours, 25 minutes. Now let's take another example. We have to add 3 hours, 40 minutes to 1 hour, 55 minutes. Adding hours, we get 3 plus 1 equals 4 hours. And adding minutes, we get 40 plus 55 equals 95 minutes. Here, the minutes are more than 60, and we know 60 minutes make an hour. So subtract 60 from minutes and add 1 to hours. So 95 minus 60 equals 35 minutes. And adding 1 to hours, we get 5 hours. So our answer is 5 hours, 35 minutes. So we learned add hours to hours and minutes to minutes. But if minutes are more than 60, subtract 60 from minutes and 1 to hours. Now, let's take another example. We have to add 6 hours, 17 minutes to 3 hours, 45 minutes. Adding hours, we get 9 hours, and adding minutes, we get 62 minutes. Here, the minutes are more than 60, and we know 60 minutes make an hour. So add 1 to hours and subtract 60 from minutes. Subtracting 60 from minutes, we will be left with 2 minutes. And by adding 1 to hours, we get 10 hours. So our answer is 10 hours and 2 minutes.
First, we need to add these two numbers, 27 plus 18, because the units match. 7 plus 8 equals 15. We are going to write 5. Carry over the 1, and then we need to add 1 plus 2 plus 1, which equals 4. So we have 45 minutes. Now we need to add the hours column. 3 plus 2 equals 5 hours. So the answer is 5 hours and 45 minutes. Let's try another example. 5 plus 8 equals 13. So we need to write the 3, carry over the 1, and then we need to add 1 plus 2 plus 4, which equals 7. So we have 73 minutes. Now we need to add the hours column. 2 plus 1 equals 3 hours. So we have 3 hours and 73 minutes. Keep in mind that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. We need to take away 60 minutes from 73 minutes and give it to the hours. That gives us 4 hours and 13 minutes. Let's try another one. 9 plus 7 equals 16. So we need to write the 6, carry over the 1, and then we need to add 1 plus 3 plus 4, which equals 8. So we have 86 minutes. Now we need to add the hours column. 5 plus 7 equals 12 hours. So we have 12 hours and 86 minutes. 86 exceeds 60 minutes, so we need to regroup these 86 minutes into 1 hour and 26 minutes. We take away 60 minutes from 86 minutes and give it to the hours. Now we have 13 hours and 26 minutes.
Hours, 20 minutes from 7 hours, 45 minutes. While subtracting time, the same rule is to be followed. Subtract hours from hours and minutes from minutes. Subtracting hours, that is, subtracting 5 hours from 7, we are left 2 hours. Now, subtract minutes from minutes. Subtracting 20 from 45 minutes, we are left with 25 minutes. So our answer is 2 hours, 25 minutes. Now let's take another example. We have to subtract 8 hours and 50 minutes from 10 hours and 55 minutes. Subtracting hours from hours, that is, subtracting 8 from 10, we are left with 2 hours. Subtracting minutes from minutes, that is, subtracting 50 minutes from 55 minutes, we are left with 5 minutes. So the answer is 2 hours, 5 minutes. Now let's take another example. We have to subtract 4 hours, 40 minutes from 5 hours, 30 minutes. Now here is a tricky question. We have to subtract hours from hours. Subtracting 4 from 5, we are left with 1 hour, but we have to subtract 40 minutes from 30 minutes. Now here's something to learn. If the minutes to be subtracted are more than minutes from which we have to subtract, add 60 minutes to the minutes from which we have to subtract and subtract 1 from hours. Add 60 to 30, and the minutes will become 90, and subtract 1 from hours. So the time duration will remain the same. It will be 4 hours and 90 minutes. Now you can subtract minutes from minutes. Now, subtracting hours, we get 4 minus 4 equals 0 hours. Now subtracting minutes, 90 minus 40 equals 50 minutes. Our answer is 50 minutes. Now let's take another example. We have to subtract 5 hours, 30 minutes from 7 hours and 20 minutes. While subtracting time, we have to subtract hours from hours and minutes from minutes. But here, we have to subtract 30 minutes from 20 minutes. So what we do in such cases is add 60 minutes to the minutes from which we have to subtract and subtract 1 from hours. That is, subtract 1 from 7. It will be 6 hours. And add 60 minutes. It will be 80 minutes. So it won't change the time. It will be 6 hours and 80 minutes, which is same as 7 hours and 20 minutes. But we can easily subtract 5 hours and 30 minutes from 6 hours and 80 minutes. Subtracting 5 hours from 6 hours, we get 1 hour. And subtracting 30 minutes from 80 minutes, we get 50 minutes. So our answer is 1 hour, 50 minutes. So kids,
let's try an example. The numbers on the top are bigger than the numbers on the bottom. Because of that, we can subtract 23 from 48 normally. 8 minus 3 gives us 5, and 4 minus 2 gives us 2. So we have 25 minutes. We are going to do the same thing for the hours. 6 minus 2 equals 4 hours. So the answer is 4 hours and 25 minutes. Let's try another example. Take a look at the minutes. We can see that the number of minutes at the top is smaller than the number at the bottom. So we have to borrow an hour to make this number bigger. We cross out 14 hours and make it 13 hours. Instead of carrying 1 hour, we carry 60 minutes, because there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. 60 plus 23 becomes 83 minutes. Now we can subtract 47 from 83. It is 36 minutes. 13 hours minus 9 hours equals 4 hours. So the answer is 4 hours and 36 minutes. Let's try another example. Take a look at the minutes. Because 33 is smaller than 45, and we can't subtract 45 from 33, we need to borrow an hour. We had 9 hours, and now we have 8 hours. Instead of carrying 1 hour, we carry 60 minutes, because there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. 60 plus 33 becomes 93 minutes. Now we can subtract 45 from 93. It is 48 minutes. 8 hours minus 2 hours is 6 hours. So the answer is 6 hours and 48 minutes.